Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Big Fish Lad, and for those of you who don't know me, my name is Paul, and in today's video we are going to reveal the new fish that I got from Wharf Aquatics when I went over just over 3 weeks ago to pick them up. They are an epic fish, and that's not just clickbait, it's true, they are epic, these fish. So yeah, just a little bit of stuff before I move on to them. I broke a couple of rules when I bought these fish. So the first one was I broke the rule that Joe said I couldn't have any more expensive fish, and she understood why, so I broke that rule. I also broke my rule that said I weren't going to get any bigger fish after my experience with the Texas cichlid. I broke that rule, and that was the risky rule. But believe me guys, for the last three and a half weeks I think it is, I've been absolutely on pins. I have just been on pins, and I feel as though now I can do the video. I don't think they're fully settled. It'll probably take them a while to get settled, to be honest with you, but they're okay. They're doing fine, they're eating, you know, they seem to be not as skitty around when people come in the room and stuff. So anyway, let me cut it there and stop going on with myself. I'll explain everything about them, where they're from and all that kind of stuff in the video. Yeah, let's just go and do it. So here they are. This is the fish that I got from Wharf when I went the other week, and it's a pair of RTMs, so it's a pair of Parachromis red tiger multigwents. Now, when I said the male was a beast, I wasn't lying. I was not lying. Look at the size of him. So he's just over 12 inches. But he's probably 6 inches from top to bottom, and he's probably about 3 inches wide. He's an absolute unit. Female, who is an absolute beauty. She is about 6 inches, maybe a bit, no, she's about 7 probably. She is stunning. The reason I've not done a video before, guys, is because I've just wanted them to settle. If I'm honest, I've just wanted them to settle. So I learnt my lesson with the Texas rushing things. Videos are not important, the fish is important. So I wanted them to settle. So they're not, I don't think they're fully settled. I'll only think they're settled when they've had a spawn. They've not had a spawn yet. But I'll know they're settled when they spawn, because they'll spawn when they're settled, if that makes sense. But like I say, just let me pan back a minute. This tank is a 450 litre tank, right? And I've been talking on my videos of late about tank size. He's only just over 12 inches. That tank is the bare minimum. So if you're keeping these big fish, guys, and this is not a big fish, this is a fully grown fish. This is a big tank, as houses go with tanks in. 5 foot tank. It's a big tank. That's the bare minimum. He needs a bigger tank, in my opinion. So I'll have to consider that, because he's an absolute unit. But luckily, like I said, he probably is fully, well, he is fully grown. They don't really get much bigger than that. He probably will grow a bit bigger though. So these belong to one of my subscribers on YouTube called Phil Smith. Now, firstly, I just want to say, Phil, if you're watching, these are an absolute credit to you, mate. You have done a fantastic job of these. And I'm going to say what I said before in the introduction. I haven't grown these on. You've done all the hard work on these, and tell you now, I don't care that I haven't grown them, because I'm going to enjoy them as they are. I've got plenty of fish growing out, but I'm just going to enjoy these fish that someone else, and he has put an absolute effort into these. So fair play to Phil. If you see Phil in my comments, Phil Smith, give him a thumbs up. He got them 4 years ago from Graham at Wharf, and then he's took them back to Wharf. So that's where I got them from, Wharf, and I paid a lot of money for them. So that, you know, they were worth paying. They were worth paying. But as you can see yourselves, they're an absolutely fantastic pair of fish. And this video, guys, is just for me. Look at that. It's just for me to show you them and introduce you to them. Look at that. Look at that for a shot. Brilliant. And like I said to you, I just cannot wait until they do a spawn, because I'll be able to settle down then, be able to sleep at night. But yeah, like I said, this is just a video just to show you them, introduce you to them. So yeah, they've had a couple of sort of like scraps, little scraps. Phil said that he doesn't harm her, but I put that tube in there, obviously because I'm being paranoid more than anything, but I think it's good for her to have that. It's funny though when they do a little bit of lip lock, and they've done a couple of lip lock, he just takes it, her head goes in his mouth, he's that big, but he doesn't hurt her, Let's go and have a look from the side, guys. Let's have a look at the side view. My dog's in the way, so there you go. Look at the girth, look at him, look at the size of that. And this is relatively not a big fish. Let's get back round here. They're relatively not a big fish when it comes to these American cichlids. Like 12 inches is not big when you think of the dolphin, you think of the jaguar cichlid and some other, like, you know, your peacock bass and stuff like that. These are really small towards them. But he did a bit of digging the other day, and she did a bit of digging behind there. So who knows, we might get something, but yeah, just a video to show you them. Just enjoy them, because I know I am. Really enjoying them. And I will breed them. I bought a couple of breeder nets just to put some of the fry in when they're born, and then I'll grow some out. Worth growing out, it's a fish worth growing out. We've got the Trimax back together again, which we'll do next week, a video on. We're going to try and breed them as well. So yeah, back on form again. And look at that shot. Oh, look at that. I mean, a lot of people prefer the females, and I get it because of the colour, they are stunning, but I prefer the male. I like the male better. He's just, not even about the size or anything, I think to look at, I just love the look of him. I like him better. I mean, she is phenomenal though. I mean, look at the colour of her. Beautiful. Anyway, I think that's enough, isn't it, for today? I'm going to call it a day, guys. I'm not going to do a wrap up. Being lazy. I'm just sat in the fish room with all the lights off and just this one on, and I'm really enjoying myself. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I'm going to call it a day. And if you like the video, guys, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, leave it a thumbs down. Either way, just leave me something. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscription button and ping the bell. And just one last look at them, guys, and then I'm out. So I will see you on the next one.